Hello students, myself Karishma Datta from Saraswat International Academy. I am going to teach to standard 9th English medium, subject social science, chapter number 2, First World War and Russian Revolution, part 2. Okay students, before moving with the today's topic, we shall do the revision of the first part. In the first part, we have seen with the introduction of how the European nation, how much they were greedy to attend more territories of Asia and Africa. And we have even seen the Western European and colonialism in the Asia and African. Even we have seen with the different parts of colonialism, how colonialism in Asia was being spread by the European countries, right? How did the Western European countries, different countries, captured the different territories of Asia, and similarly the same colonialism was even being seen where in Africa. And last, we have seen the conclusion part, that Germany, because of Germany, what was being seen, the First World War was being conducted, the starting of the First World War, because these European nations, what did they weakened the economic, social and culture. These three fields were totally ruined by the European countries in Asia and Africa. Till that much we have seen in the first part. So now in the second part we are going to see the factors that caused the First World War, right? What was the factors? What was the reason that the First World War was being seen? So we are going to see that first. So we shall start with that part. Factors that caused the First World War. The first point, the First World War could be considered as one of the heartbreaking and unforgettable event of the modern world. Okay, what they're saying over here, that if you see the First World War condition, it was heartbreaking. It was totally like, what is happening? And unforgettable because such damage was being seen in the First World War. So till now it is unforgettable event in the modern world, right? Because the whole world faced the First World War. So it is heartbreaking condition. It was a heartbreaking condition and it was even unforgettable. Then next, many factors were responsible for this. Okay, they are saying that many factors were responsible for the First World War, and the First World War began on 1st July 1914. Okay students, in your book it must be written August, but it's not August, it's July. Okay, so correct it in your test book if you have it. The 1st July 1914, right? The First World War began. Now let us see the responsible conditions, factors for this. The third one now. Germany had defeated France in Sedan War. Okay, Germany and France had a war, and the war was said to be a Sedan War because the war was held in Sedan, so it was said to be a Sedan War. Okay, because of which France had to sign the Frankfurt Treaty in 1871. Germany and France had a war, that is in Sedan War, and France lost the war. And Germany set France to sign a treaty, and the treaty was named as Frankfurt Treaty. Which year? 1871. Then next, according to which France had to pay a war fine. Okay, according to the treaty. Okay, according to the agreement which was being said to the France to sign. Okay, what was that? That according to which France had to pay a war fine as well as give away two of its provinces, that is Lawrence and Alsace, to Germany, right? These two provenance was to be given to Germany by France. Not only that much, but even France need to pay a fine, that is to Germany. That means when France lost the war, it signed the treaty in the year 1871, and what was to be paid? A war fine was to be paid, and even the true provenance of France was to be given to whom? That is to Germany. Then Next, France had not been able to overcome this humiliation. Okay, France was not able to come to the was not able to overcome the humiliation. Humiliation means disgrace or shame. Obviously, right? Uh, if a country loses the war and the power, a nation which won the war, right? If they say the person to do what, that is to give some territories, so it's like and what, it's like and shame for the country, and that humiliation was France was not able to overcome it. Okay, thus the Frankfurt Treaty itself was the cause of the war, First World War. The end of the war sowed a seed of future war. Now, what they're saying over here, that obviously France was not able to overcome this humiliation. So the Frankfurt Treaty, the the Germany which said France to sign it out, right? That treaty became the main cause of the First World War, right? Student, you need to know it very clearly. Frankfurt Treaty, that Germany said to France to sign it because France lost the Sedan War, and in that treaty, France was to be given its fine and even its two provenance to Germany. Okay, and these Frankfurt Treaty became the cause of the First World War, and these treaty created a war, right? Sowed a of war of what, that is of future. Like now it's starting for what, that is aggression, right? That aggression was been seen in the people, and now it sowed the seed of war, that is the future war, and in the future we know that the first world war was being seen. So you need to remember this, that what can be asked for objective, that is I can ask like the first world, when was the first world war being seen? The first July 1941. Which treaty did France sign? That is Frankfurt Treaty. Who made it to sign? That is Germany. Why? Because France lost the Sedan War. Which provenance were being given by France? These two provenance was being given by France. And what another thing was to be given, that is even fine was to be paid by France. To whom? That is to Germany. So Frankfurt Treaty became the cause of the First World War. And who was the creator of the First World War? That is Germany. Okay students, now we'll see the first factor, that is the economic factor. In that, England had established its vast empire in Asia and Africa in 19th century. Okay, we have seen that in 19th century a vast empire was established by England in Asia and Africa, that we have seen in the colonization in Asia and even in the colonization in Africa. Then next, it exploited its colony economically and became rich, right? Economically, it weakened the colonies which were being captured by England, and by exploiting it, they make them economically weak and they earned more money and they became what? That is rich. Who? That is England. Due to industrialization and swift colonization, Europe acquired huge quantity of raw material. Right? Industrialization over here means like more development in the industries were being seen, and swift colonization means that they started shifting wherever they found that a good income can be earned, so they acquired huge good quantity of what? That is raw material. Who? That is England. In the last quarter of the 19th century, that is to the last time of 19th century, Germany started the competition to procure the market in Asia and Africa. Procure means what? That is to obtain. Okay, in the last quarter of 19th century, what did Germany did? It started competition to obtain the markets in Asia and Africa. That means it started now moving towards Asia and Africa, and started what their market, obtained their market where in Asia and Africa. Okay, and Germany started supplying cheaper goods in comparison to England and France. Now, what over here? How did Germany obtained the Asia and Africa market? Like it started doing what? It started selling its product. It's selling its product or started supplying of its product in cheaper goods in comparison to England and France. That means England and France were supplying goods in a particular price, and in that particular price was being known by Germany, and if it was selling it into the less price of England and France. In this manner, it obtained started a competition with whom, that is England and France. Who, that is Germany. Next, the Afro-Asian market that England and France dominated, the market which was being dominated by whom, that is by England and France. That means which was being captured, by England and France, right, were thus broken up by Germany, right. That market which was being seen with the products of England and France. Now, in that market, the more product was being seen of whom, that is of Germany. The market which was being dominated by England and France, totally it was been broken up by Germany. How it was been broken up by Germany? By selling, by supplying its goods in a cheaper rate in comparison to what, that is England and France. Next, consequently what, there was an intense economic competition between Germany and England. Consequently, what was being seen, a competition between Germany and England was being seen in the market, and that was the economic factor which leaded to the First World War. So we can see over here an economic factor was, that is, one side was England and France, and at the other side was who, that is the Germany. And Germany entered the market by what, that is by supplying cheaper good comparison to England and France. That lead the first factor responsible for First World War, that is economic factor. Okay, students, now we shall move with the second factor, that is militarism. The first now over here. Military force was necessary and important for the competition that European nation got into for expansion. Okay, what they are saying over here, that is military force was very necessary and important for the competition that the European nation got into for expansion. Right? How did the European nation started their expansion in Asia and Africa? By military force only, right? Military force के वजह से ही they were easily able to set up their colonies in Asia and Africa. So it was very much necessary and very much important for the European countries to be in the competition. What was necessary and important? That is military force. Next, over here, England, France, Austria, Russia, etc. had begun expanding their military powers, right? They started expanding. More and more people were now being given, uh, they were said to come in the army, and they started expanding. Who? Which countries? England, France, Austria and Russia. These all started expanding what? That is their military powers. Next, while in countries like Japan, Italy, Germany, compulsory military training had started. Okay, one side England, France, Russia, Austria, right? They started expanding their military force, and at other side, Japan, Italy, and Germany, they started compulsory, right? What that is military training started in these countries. Okay, then not only that much, like expanding of military power, or not only training was being seen, but even production of what that is weapon was increased under the pretext of self defense. Okay, now what they're saying over here, like obviously if there is military, we need what that is weapon. So what was being started, production of weapons was being started, like if any attack has been done, so at least we can self defense our country or our military. For that reason, production of weapons were being seen. Next, thus militarism got an impetus. Impetus means what? That is driving force. What do you mean by impetus? That is driving force. Thus, military got an impetus, and military competition added to economic competition created a serious atmosphere of war. Now, a driving force was being added as not only economic factor, but now military competition, not only economically competition was being seen in the European countries, but even now military competition was being also added to the economic competition, and created a atmosphere of war. Where anytime when a military increases its army, or start the production of weapons, it is automatically said that they are to something, right? In this militarism topic, we can see that by increasing or expanding, or by giving training, or by productions of weapon, it was seen that not only economic competition but military competition was also being seen, and that create a serious atmosphere of war, that is of a war. Okay, students, we have seen the two factors. The two factors first was what? That is economic factor, and now we will, and the second one was the military factor. Now we will move on with the third factor, that is groupism. The first one, secret treaty. Groupism and secret treaty played a major role in the First World War. Secret treaty means no one was able to know about the secret treaty, or a secret treaty done by the countries, right? And that secret treaty and groupism, they played a very important role, a very important or a major role in the First World War. Next, the world was divided into two groups before the First World War, right? The world was divided into what? That is two groups. Two group before the First World War. That means even the World War has not been started, and the world divided into two poles, or into two groups. Okay. One side was the group of Germany, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Turkey, while on the other side was the group of England, France, Russia, and Japan. Okay, what they're saying over here, that is one side, what was being seen, the countries like Germany, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria, Turkey was at one side, and at the other side was England, France, Russia, and Japan. Now we can see what over here, that is groupism was started before the First World War. A feeling of jealousy, enmity, mistrust, fear, hatred involved between the groups, which was an important factor of the First World War. These all words shows that jealousy, hatred, aggression, fear, mistrust, all was being seen in the both the groups. Okay, and which played a very important role, important factor for what? That is for the First World War. So we have completed with the third topic, or the third factor, that is groupism. Okay, students, we have seen with the three factors. The first one was economic factor, second one was military factor, third one was groupism. Now we will see the fourth factor, that is the feeling of fierce nationalism. Over here, fierce means cruel. What do you mean by fierce? That is cruel. Okay, now we'll start with it. The independence of Belgium and Greece and the unification, the independent of what? That is Belgium and Greece, and unification of Germany and Italy were the result of nationalism. Okay, the independence of two countries, that is Belgium and Greece, okay, that they are independent. Unification over here means what? That is merge of which two countries? Germany and Italy were the result of nationalism matlab desh bhakti. Okay, what do you mean by nationalism? That is desh bhakti. Okay, but these desh bhakti was very much cruel type. Okay, but later the feeling of nationalism took an extreme and narrow form in Europe, right? Nationalism, according to that, what do you meaning of nationalism? That is desh bhakti, right? Contributing ourselves towards the nation for the good deeds of the nation. But slowly this nationalism took an extreme and narrow, that is a thinking that became very narrow, cruel nationalism was being seen, a narrow form, that is in European country were being seen. Next, economic jealousy, competition and colonialism in Europe had increased so much that the national interest of each nation became to clash. Okay, over here, clash means conflict were being seen, right? The economic jealousy, like getting jealousy, like this country is earning more than me, right? And even competition was being seen, right? Even they started expanding their colonies were being expanded of the different European countries, started even economically they started ruining the nations, right? That jealousy, obviously jealousy has been seen when some other person do something good more than us, right? That jealousy, that competition, colonialism increased so much that national interest of each other begin to clash. Like, first thing is that national interest is to be took first, but now over here that national interest of each other begin to clash. That means conflict started more and more in the European countries. Okay, leading European nations began teaching extreme and destructive nationalism. There were many European countries, but the European countries which were leading in the competition, what they started teaching to the people, that is destructive nationalism. That means only our country own country interests need to be seen, other country interests not to be seen. That type of destructive mindset was being made by the leading European countries in their countries. Okay, love for own nation and hatred for the other nation was encouraged. Like I said that, how what type of destructive mindset was being made? Like, love your own nation and other nation, it should not be seen, and hatred for the other nation should be seen. That type of encouragement was being given by the European countries to the people, and that type of destructive nationalism was being seen in the European countries, and the leaders were being giving such type of destructive nationalism. Okay, next, the German chief Kaiser Wilhelm was the other originator of nationalism and colonialism. Okay, the German chief Kaiser William was said to be the originator of what? That is nationalism and colonialism. He was over ambitious and believed in world leadership. Like, a person being ambitious is good, but over ambitious is not good. And what was he believing? He was believing in world leadership. Who? The German chief Kaiser William. That was his mindset. Next, he wanted to get things done according to his will with the help of his grand military power. Okay, he wanted to be a leader of the world. And how do he wanted to be that? By the help of his grand military power. Who? That is Kaiser William. He wanted to get things according to his will, the things should be done. And for that reason, he was believing, he took the help of his grand military power. Next, the feeling of war spread across other nations as in Germany, and this had result in the First World War. Not only in Germany, the result or impact of Kaiser William was being seen, but across the nations also it was been seen, and that resulted into what? That resulted into the First World War. Okay, students, we have seen the first factor. The first factor was economic factor, second was military factor, third was groupism and secret treaty, fourth was feeling of fierce nationalism. Now the fifth one, that is the role of newspaper. Obviously, even they are saying that the newspaper also played a very important role in spreading war, that is hatred. Let us see that the newspaper of European nations across arose so much of hatred among people, right? The newspaper, in the newspaper only hatred thing about the other nations was being seen, and only you should have interest in your own nation, that was being printed in the newspaper. So newspaper of the European nation aroses rised they raised what? The hatred among the people with their mutual derogatory, provocative, exaggerated, and false write ups by spitting venom against the rival nation. Student, over here, derogatory. Here, derogatory means what? That is disrespect. Okay, then over here, provocating means what? That is annoying. Exaggerated means what? That is the worst than the reality. Exaggerate means what? Worst than the reality. Okay, and venom over here means what? Ill feeling, that type of feeling. मतलब जहर उगलना, venom means अगर हिंदी में कहे तो जहर उगलना, right? That mutual, derogatory, provocative, exaggerated, and false write-ups by spitting, by saying venom against the nation, ill feelings for the rival nation, that all was been printed in the newspaper, and hatred was being spread. Next, that the ruler of the respective nations could not even make effort of establishing peace and harmony, right? Why was it been seen that any ruler should not, a respective nation could not even make efforts of establishing what? Peace and harmony. And because of that reason, these things, that are mutual, derogatory, provocative, exaggerated, ill feelings for the other rival nations were being put on in such a manner that any ruler cannot put or establish any peace and harmony in the world. So newspaper played a very important role in spreading what? That is hatred, and it also created, and it also became the factor for the reason for the First World War. Okay, students, the first factor was economic factor, militarism, groupism, and secret treaty. Then feeling of fierce nationalism, and the fifth one was role of newspaper. And the sixth, last factor responsible for the First World War, philosophy about war. The policy of war is welfare took root in Europe. The German writer Trotsky established a maxim like, maxim means what? That is saying, right? War is welfare. That type of policy was being used by the Europe, by the European countries. Okay, and one German writer, what did he publish? What was his saying like? His saying was like, uh, only the mighty deserve to live, like a good people, mighty deserve to live, and war alone is the national need, right? Only a mighty deserve to live. And what he's saying, that the second one, war alone is the national need. If war is being seen, so it is good for the nation. That type of saying, hatred saying, was being done by the German writer. Okay, that type of feeling was been seen, saying was been seen. Then the other writer of German, that is Nietzsche, the German writer, expressed war as as what, as a scared work, a very scared work, that was being said by the German writer. Now the next, the Prince of Austria and his wife were assassinated. Assassinated means murdered. Assassinated means what? Murdered by being shot at by a member of the Siberian terrorist organization Black Hand. Okay, Prince of Austria and his wife were murdered by being shot by a terrorist. The terrorist belonged to the Siberian organization, and the organization name was what? That is Black Hand. Austria blamed Serbia for the involvement. Austria blamed whom? That is Serbia, for the involvement in the act, and gave ultimatum to hand over the culprit to Austria within 48 hours. Okay, people became very in aggression, because the king and the queen, prince and the wife were being killed by the Siberian terrorist organization, that is Blackhead. So Austria blamed Serbia for the involvement in this act and gave the ultimatum. That is, ultimatum over here means for a time period. Okay, ultimatum to hand over the culprit to Austria within, and the ultimatum was for that time period, for how many hours? That is was 48 hours. Then next, Serbia declared its ignorance in the matter. Okay, that ultimatum was being given, but that ultimatum and that blame was ignored by Serbia without listening to it, and without listening to anything from Serbia. Austria declared a war on Serbia. Obviously, ignorance was being done by Serbia, and without even listening Serbia, Austria declared a war on Serbia. The First World War had begun with this, and with this, the First World War began, and this was the last factor which resulted into the First World War. So, students, we are completing our topic over here. That is the factor that caused the World War. The first factor was economic factor, second was the militarism, second was groupism, secret treaty, feeling of fears, nationalism, role of newspaper, and the last was philosophy about war. These all factors were responsible for the First World War. Okay, student, now the theory part which you need to write in your notebook. That is, the question is, explain the factor responsible for the First World War. It has been there in your index part. So I said to in the first video only that one question will be given you as theory as one topic gets over. So today's theory part is explain the factor responsible for the First World War. I have given the points, that is economic factor, militarism, groupism, feeling of fears, nationalism, role of newspaper, all this, and philosophy about war. These all are the points, and in detailed form it has been even explained in the first part in a different parts. Okay, ये जो part है, that is part 2, I've explained in a very detailed form about it, so that in same manner you need to write in your notebook. That is your homework, and write today's day and date also. As you come for the school, at that time this all will be checked. Okay, so this is your theory and you need to write it, and in point wise you need to write it. And I can ask these factors, all these factor, one for 2 marks also, one for 1 marks also, and all can be asked for even 3 marks or 4 marks. So write in that manner perfectly write it out in your notebook in point wise, and how to write in point wise, it has been taught to you. Okay.